going on, guys? Video number 2 in the making of this little bird and trout knife. Before we get to that, if you're curious about my Patreon videos, this one is only getting a 3-day advanced screening before it goes public on YouTube, but generally I like to do 2 separate videos, one a lot more detailed, a lot more my thought process and details and things like that, and put that on Patreon. But you can check that out for as little as $1 a month. You can become a patron of mine. Links in the description. Let's get on with the build here. I've got some brass. I'm going to go ahead and cut, I don't know, me and my guesstimating, probably about 1.25 inches off. Then I've got to center punch the holes and get some holes drilled in it so I can start filing it out. These little needle files make it easy enough to get in there and get the holes started, but man, is it a pain in the booty to file these out. Even though it's brass, it's taken a while, and there's a lot of test fitting, pulling it out, test fitting again. Still a ways to go. Nice tight fit. The only thing I'm wondering about is if I should try to put some silver solder along in there. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's press fit on there. Pretty good. But there's just a hair gap, which I don't like, and the solder would fill that in. I suck at silver solder, so part of me says I should do it just for the practice of it. And now I've got a hunk of curly maple from a previous project. I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole down the center of it, and then use the drill bit itself as sort of like a router or a milling machine kind of thing, and just clean out the slot so the knife will fit in there. Now I guess I could epoxy it on right now, but I'm going to go ahead and start shaping it. I'm going to start on the belt sander here with a 36 grit belt. But it's not going real fast, so I'm going to go ahead and use the angle grinder with a flap wheel. The flap wheel is how I shape my hammer handles, and it goes pretty dang quick, so I'm just going to use that. So with the handle done, I can mix up some epoxy. I'm going to use a little piece of black leather as a bit of a spacer here to give myself a little buffer between the wood and the brass, because it's not fitting up quite as tight as I'd like. And then I've got these Irwin clamps. They've got like little rubber pads on each clamp end. If I didn't have these, then I'd just use some wood to protect the tip of the knife. But I'm going to put it in this clamp here and let it set up. Alright, well, first thing I need to do is drill a pinhole for the brass pin. Just going to hold that on. I don't know if I put it on camera, but a little epoxy will hold that in just. Now it's back to shaping, and a combination of the angle grinder and the belt sander, and I got to get this handle shaped. So with it all roughed in, I'm going to use the random orbit sander to smooth it out just a little bit. And then some hand sanding. And the finish I'm using is red mahogany, which will really bring out that curly maple grain. And there she is, my friends. I haven't put the final edge on it yet. I'll wait to do that. But let me get some close-ups of it here. I think it came out really good. The handle, like I say, it feels like a normal size knife handle. The blade is a little small, but I mean, if I was using this, when I was making it, I'm picturing using something like this to butcher my rabbits with. And I don't know, it just feels like it'd be a comfortable knife to use for that. So, for a bird and trout knife kind of thing, I think it's right in line with what I'd like to use. Don't know if other people like to use it. May never sell it, but maybe I'll end up using it. Who the heck knows? That's going to do it for this video. So, thanks again. Patreon gets a 3-day advance viewing of this, and the next one, well, maybe we'll get to some Damascus again. I still want to do a Turkish twist and get some other things done Damascus-wise, but we'll do something bigger than just a little tiny bird and trout knife on the next one. I will catch you next time, though. Have a great day, night, whatever it is for you. See ya. Bye.